Yes, great. Okay, well, thank you, Yoshi-san. So, can you hear me well?
Yes. Good condition.
Okay, good to hear. All right, so how are you today?
So far, so good. And how about you?
Yeah, same here, Yoshi-san. So far, so good. My day have just started. Yeah, so what are your plans for today?
Today is afternoon. I'll go to the some bus facility with my wife. So the Japan is many of the public bus system. So it's a very huge scale. So and there's many of the different kind of bus. So the steam bus, sauna bus, and carbon dioxide bus, and jet bus, or outside open air bus, or so on. And after taking a bus, there's a restaurant or relaxing room and massage room. Anyway, we have to relax.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, that's good to hear. Well, thank you for sharing that, Yoshi-san. I hope you'll enjoy your time later.
Yes. We will.
Yes, that's great. So it means, are you going to stay there for a day, or are you going back home later at night?
It's not so long time. So I come back to my house by the dinners. So sometimes
Nice.
I eat restaurants, but it's food is not so good. So and I prefer taking dinner at my home.
Oh, I see. So your wife cooks better.
Yeah, almost time me cook. So.
Oh, I see. Okay, well, thank you for sharing that, Yoshi-san. That's good to hear. But today we are going to have the article on strike. Is that right?
Yes.
Yes. Would you like to proceed now with the textbook?
Okay.
All right. So, can you please read the title?
On strike.
Yes. So first, let's describe the picture shown below.
Okay. In this picture, I can see the many people stage demonstration on the main street. I can imagine this clamor, their demands. So the top of the line, there's 4 policemen, and they control the procession of the demonstration. And each policeman wearing the black cap and fluorescent colors uniform. One of the policemen is woman. It's a tidy, organized demonstration. I think this city is London. Once I visit London, this picture has that kind of atmosphere. Over there, the street, I can see the double-decker sightseeing bus and visitors, and old historical building. Many of people who participated of their demonstration are old men. I can read a catch-up placard. So there is a demand of pension. Respect old men shouting their demand, having placards and banners. So it's a very good weather. People's shadow is very clear on the road, and it's a very nice day to do this kind of demonstration. That's all.
Wow. All right. Well, thank you so much, Yoshi-san. That was very detailed. I didn't notice the coolest woman. All right. Well, thank you so much for that. So there's a sightseeing tour bus. Is there also a sightseeing tour bus in Japan?
Of course, we have a sightseeing bus, but not double-decker bus. So it's a very normal type of big bus.
Oh, I see. Okay, well, thank you. So now let's have the exercise too. Let's read the dialogue. Who do you want to be first, A or B?
You name it.
All right, I will be A first.
Okay.
Why is the street closed there? This is so unfortunate. We are in a hurry.
There seems to be some sort of commotion in the next block.
Yeah, I can hear the noise and shouts.
It sounds like screams to me.
So what should we do now? Do you think we should investigate?
Not at all. I don't think that's a good idea.
Why?
We should not get involved in other people's disputes.
I guess you are right. My mother always tells me to mind my own business.
I agree with your mother. That is a good advice.
All right, well, thank you. So would you like to switch roles, Yoshi-san?
Okay, why is the street closed here? This is so unfortunate. We are in a hurry.
There seems to be some sort of commotion on the next block.
Yeah, I can hear the noise and shouts.
It sounded like screams to me.
So what should we do now? Do you think we should investigate?
Not at all. I don't think that's a good idea.
Why?
We should not investigate in other people's disputes.
Not investigate, involved.
Oh, involved, sorry. We should not get involved in other people's disputes.
I guess you are right. My mother always tells me to mind my own business.
I agree with your mother. That is a good advice. Alright. Well, thank you, Yoshi-san. So, do you have any questions with this dialogue?
Nothing in particular.
Okay, so let's have the exercise 3. Vocabulary review. Let's read the following words or expressions used in the dialogue and make sample sentences using them. Let's have number 1. Would you like to read it?
Okay. Commotion, the act of making a noisy disturbance. So my hometown is a sightseeing spot and gardening cities. There is a very famous castle that's a national treasure. From my room's windows, I can see that castle. So and it's a remnant of our ancient feudal road. So in the daytime, it's a very crowded by the visitors. But usually, nighttime is so quiet. But several days, in the midnight, so the young motorbike riders run everywhere. So it's so commotions and sometimes chasing the police car with siren. That's turbulence of our silent night.
Oh, I
That's all.
see.
That's all.
Alright. Well, thank you, Yoshi-san. Does it disturb you or wake you up in the middle of the night sometimes?
Yes.
Oh, Oh, I see. And what is the name of the castle that you're talking about, Yoshi-san? I'm curious.
It's Hikone Castle. You can see the lot of information on our castle, and I'll show you the. Wait a minute.
I'm sure. Wow, I see it. It's beautiful.
Okay, please, Hikone Castle. Just search. You can see our castle. So.
Oh yeah, I see it. It's there. I sent you the picture.
Yeah,
Is
yes,
it this?
and it's April, so the many of the cherry blossom blooms so around the castle. So it's so beautiful.
Yes, wow, that's great. So it's just near your place.
Not near the, but very high place, very stand out, and landmark. So and my room can see this castle. So.
Mm-hmm. I see. All right. Well, thank you for sharing that, Yoshi-san. So now let's have the next one. Dispute.
Dispute to quarrel, angry. Recently, the very important dispute between government and the people is national funeral ceremony. So for assassinated former our president. So his assessment is very separated among the people, and recently the more don't necessary to using the tax make a national funeral ceremony. So this kind of point is completely different for the English Elizabeth Queen's funeral. That's all.
I see. Okay, well, thank you so much for sharing that, Yoshi-san. Ooh, so there was a dispute regarding that.
Yes, yeah.
Okay, so let's have number 3. To mind my own business, or to mind his or her own business.
Okay, to mind own business, so to one's attention on one's own concerns or matters. So some night time, I saw something at the bright light streets. There's some drunkards, and he participant says to the next girls, "I'll take you to your home," but she's attitude is very respectable. She just said resolutely, so mind your own business.
Whoa.
That's all.
Alright, well, thank you, Yoshi-san. Did that really happen?
It's really, it's so all the time, but I clearly remember that scene.
Oh, I see. Okay, well, thank you so much for sharing that, Yoshi-san. How about you? Do you tend to mind your own business?
Yeah. Yes, I always try to own my business, just own my business.
Oh, yes, I see. Okay, so let's have exercise 4, the comprehension questions. Let's answer the following questions. Number 1, where did the conversation take place?
It's very center of the city, so it's the crowd streets. That's all.
Okay, well, thank you. So, right. And the next one. What did A feel about the commotion?
Speaker A has a very strong curiosity, so that he wants to investigate the cause of the commotion. But Speaker B has a very sober thought, so that he don't want to involve in other people commodity.
Okay, that's right. But if you were in the situation, Yoshi-san, what would you do?
Maybe if I only one on the street, maybe I check the cause of commotion. But when I have in my family or other friends, so that I don't want to checking everything, so that I want to leave that place as soon as possible.
Oh, yes. Okay, well, thank you. So let's have number 3. Have you ever witnessed a strike? And what was it about?
I was working for the NTT, so Japan Telephone Company, very long time. So and some period, I have a leader of the branch union. It's a very small office union, but at that time, I ordered for the upper organization's plans, so that and I lead our strike.
Oh,
but,
you...
but not so long time, so that we have some conclusion. So only half days.
Oh, I see. Did you say you led the strike?
Yes, yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you. How did it end?
It's our demand is increase our wage, so that not perfect, but maybe the half of our demand complete. So.
Oh, I see. So the company was able to grant your wish?
Yes.
Okay, that's good to hear. So, and number 4, do you avoid other people's quarrels?
I don't want to involve in other people quarrels, so that because hot time is just there's emotions, not they don't have the rational thinking. So of course I participate very sober discussion, but don't want involved in quarrels.
Yes, okay, right. Why is that so? Why not?
It's not effective, so that for the mediate for two persons. So
yes, right. Okay, well, thank you, Yoshi-san. So, yes, that's true. And sometimes, maybe if you get involved, they would get mad at you, too.
Yes.
Yes. And number 5, have you ever been involved in other people's quarrels, even when you were younger?
Yes. When I was a child, I want to mediate friends' quarrel. And after that, I myself involved in their dispute. But it's give me a very good motto. So for me, and after that, I don't approach people's quarrel. So that's all.
I see. What was your friends' reactions when you got involved into their quarrel?
Yes, I get some small punches from people, so I become mad. So and three people, something the fighting, so it's complicated. So.
Oh wow! So what did your parents say after that?
Yes. So.
Yes, I wonder if your parents got mad at you. Why did you do that?
Yes.
Oh, they did. All right. Well, thank you, Yoshi-san. So now let's have exercise number 5, perspective. Do you agree or disagree? Explain why. Number 1. A strike is one way to fight for employees' rights.
I think it's not best, but strike is one of the potent weapon for the laborers. That's all.
I see. Okay, that's good. Well, thank you. But did it ever happen that people from Japan strike maybe against the government?
Recently, never. So my days in young, every spring we have some kind of strike. So and for passing our demands, but almost 3 decades we never strike everywhere because Japanese economy is not so good as my days in young. So laborers so worry about wage demand or worry about their companies bankrupt. So they don't have so much strong demand. So and don't before the strike, the company and unions negotiate social levels. So it's become a Japanese custom, and almost 3 or 4 decades we never do striking.
Oh, I see. Okay, well, that's interesting. So people were too busy with their companies.
Yeah.
Yes. All right. So let's have number 2. Always mind your own business. Agree or disagree?
It's almost right sentence, but not always. So sometimes they need meddlesome. So for example, the child abuse case or alone living old man's serious trouble. So not just my own business. So we have to involve in that kind of trouble.
Yes. Wow, that's right. It's true. We should. It depends on the situation, because maybe if we try to get into their business, we might be able to save a life, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you so much, Yoshi-san. So, right, do you have any questions regarding the article?
No question. Thank you very much.
Okay, well, I guess that's all for today. Well, thank you so much, Yoshi-san.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Yes. Enjoy your day later.
You
Bye.
too. Bye-bye.